This is Ruben with Route 1 Trailers over in East Dundee, Illinois, and we have Volkern with LCS.
Yep.
He's the engineer designer, and he's going to explain us the feature of load covering solution. This is a great look load covering solution kit.
Yeah.
And please, Volkern, explain a few things about why load covering solution is different and what are the different features from LCS compared to other tarping systems.
So on this trailer, we basically have all the options that you can see here. So we can start with the tarp. So on our tarp, we use 20-ounce material, German material, and for the longevity of it, you can see right here, a white strip right here.
Yes.
This is a PVC belting. So we weld it on all the way from front to back. And what it does, when you're going on the road, and especially your last three panels, with the wind, you get the flickering. It does this. So this prevents the wear and tear. So
okay.
if it happens over time, all the time, you will have a wear and tear in that area. That stops it. Now at the top, it's hard to see, but we also run a 12-inch strip from front all the way to the back as a corner reinforcement. That's what we do. And we are the only company that does that. So what it does, it strengthens your corner. So when you're on the road, same thing for the top. Once the wind bounces off the bulkhead, the very first couple panels, you have a lot of wind drag, and it does the same thing. And you get the spider cracks with the scissoring, opening the system, closing.
Yes.
Over time, you'll get like a small holes.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that. I've seen it at the other brands where the tarp gets holes, or maybe at some point those uplifters will pull and it will just make a hole in the tarp. So this will prevent that.
This prevents that. It extended the life of the tarp. This is a hard process to add these because you have to be very careful with the weld, because you add 2 extra welds. So if you don't do it correctly, then you can have ripples on your tarp from the welding.
Okay.
So it makes it very hard. But we have a specialized machine that we use. It's a custom machine. Then we are able to do it. We thought about taking it off, but for the long life of the tarp and its enhancement, we offer it as a standard on all the units. And on top of that, what we do, on our car frames, we weld all the clips on the car plate.
Okay.
So this clip is welded, and you'll see it has 3 holes, 1, 2, 3, and this is the adjustment hole.
Okay.
Sometimes people make mistake, right? So say this uplift, you order it, it's like an inch shorter. You say, okay, it's a little loose. I want to push it up a little more. So you just move it up to the upper hole. So it's just an adjustment, right?
Okay. So I can adjust it. No, I don't need no tools to do that, right?
No. You just take the pin out, push it up, and put the pin on the upper hole. So you can do the adjustment right here. We use the first hole here. That's for the double hinge. So that's the very middle one.
Yes.
Here.
And that would be standard. If I order a unit with like get the basics, I would get that first uplifter included.
Yes, that's the standard. And then after that we do the 4-lifter. We call it a 4-lifter, which is this one, this arm right here. So when you have a double hinge and you're gonna collapse your system, gonna have a pleat, like a very high pleat, right?
Yes.
So if you don't worry about, you don't have a high load, you can get away with it, then you just need these, right? And it's strong enough for the snow load.
Okay.
So you don't get any damage on the roof. Then some customer, they go with the 4-lifter, it will give you less pleat in comparison, right? So what happens there, like once you add that, it just cuts the pleat in half. So you get like around maybe 6 to 8 inch, 8 inch of pleat from the top and the corner. So because your tarp's gonna come in from the corner, right? That's the more thing, because that's the hard part. That's what scrapes on it, right? So if you have like a square load, so for example, you're doing lumber, or we're doing a container load, or you have some sort of a machine which is square and close to the edges, then this tarp's gonna scrape on it and can get damaged.
Yes,
right?
yes, okay, so that'll prevent it.
Yeah, to prevent all that, we have the 6-lifter here. So this one takes the pleat to 4 inches, and you have a very less pleat in the corner. So it gives you a square box.
I see.
So when you load it, it gives you a full square box. And you can look at our casting as well. They are like a very small radius. You can go to the corners as well, right? So where some you will see big radius, like 10-inch radius, 9-inch radius, right? So you lose that in terms of if you want to go with the lumber load or some sort of container load, right? Well, you can always pull the system open. That's the one way of doing it. So like we opened it like from the back, you start pulling. So if you pull the system, that means the pleat is not going to pleat ahead of you, it's going to pleat behind you.
Yes.
Right? So you're already over the load. So once you're over the load, most people do that. But if you go with the 6 lifter, it provides you extra side support, roof support, right? Then it helps you with all that clearances as well.
Yes, and you mentioned in the winter snow, if I'm in a place where I get a lot of snow, having 6 lifters, 4 or 6 lifters, it will help get the snow and the heavy snow, get it out, not collapse under it.
Yes, definitely. Okay. And the best part is you can buy your system with the doubles.
Okay.
Right? Say down the road you have a load and you say like, maybe I need 4 lifters now, right? So you can always order the 4 lifters.
Okay.
And then you can add them because we have a strap on the top. So there's nothing you need to add to the frame. You don't even have to go to any shop. You can do it yourself over the weekend, drinking beer, right?
Yeah.
So having fun. So you can do that by yourself. And if you, after that, if you say, okay, you know what, maybe we should go with the 6 lifter, then you order another one.
Just add it on.
You can do it yourself, yes. Right. So it's everything is already set up that way, so that if you want to change in the future, you can do that.
Okay. How about replacing the panels when times come after 5, 6, 7 years? Usually I've seen that we have to replace panels. How easy is to replace panels?
So if you want to replace a panel for our system, 2 people can do it in like 2 hours.
Wow.
So that's what it is. Like that's if you're working like on a slow pace, like easily. So how? The reason for that is our corner castings, you can open them.
I see the bolts over there.
Yeah, you can take the bolts out. You don't have to remove it. You can lose them, right? Once you do both sides, then we have those clips on the ends. You take those clips out. Then you take the side out and then you slide it from the top, right? That's easier than trying to, because on some systems, most of them, you have to start at the bottom, and you're gonna go across
and pull it all the way.
Yes, which is hard to do. But for us, once you lose the corners, you feed your panel from the top. Okay. You go half and half, and then you feed the sides down.
Okay, right? Makes it much faster.
Yeah, that's very fast. Other thing, especially on the on some system, you see this is our Tarp connector extrusion right here.
Yes.
So you see the profile is on the inside, so you can see that nothing is sticking out. So if something hits it, nothing happens to it. So it's protected. On some units, you have this on the outside.
I've seen it, yes.
Yeah. As soon as you hit it, it pinches your panel. Once your panel is pinched, good luck getting it out.
Yes.
It will take a very long time.
Yes.
You will be able to get it out, but pushing it back in is even harder. So that's where it takes a long time. Plus, you have to go from one side all the way top to the other. So that takes a very long time to replace the panel.
Can you show me now how much Tarp sag I'll have with this collapse as an accordion?
Yeah, so we'll just open it. We'll open it to the front. So we'll use the locks.
I will undo this side.
Yep. Now you can see in the corners right there, because of the 6 lifters, you don't have that much of a pleat. So I'm talking about this squareness, right? So if you don't have, say if you only have the double hinge, this pleat will be in like this.
I see.
So the Tarp will be in like this. But right now, the sides is stopping them from coming in. They will start from the bottom, and you will come out at least like up to here.
Okay.
Right? And then you're draping down from the top as well. And this is a hard area right here. And that is what get caught in the corners, right? So with the 6 lifter, it keeps the Tarp out.
Yes.
So you can easily go back and forth on your high hauler.
Yes. It makes sense to order the 6 lifter. If I do heavy, high loads, it totally makes sense.
Especially if you're moving container or lumber.
Okay, wonderful. And you can fit a container, a big container, in a flatbed tarping system.
Yes, because we had a customer who had a 3x clearance from the top, and he had a container on the side and the top. And yes, depending on the trailer, you can, yes.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, Colin, thank you for showing everything.
No, you're welcome. Thank you.